Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN, we'll keep an eye on Tiki Barber. Nearly 1,700 yards from scrimmage last year, but a couple of fumbles here and there. He still will get a lot of looks here. New York, Minneapolis, now.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Hi, folks, I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. Mr. Peter O'Keefe is with me, and partner, we have a treat in store for us. There are not many running backs like this.
Absolutely, Dan. Michael Bennett is without a doubt one of the very best halfbacks in the NFL. His impressive speed enables him to streak past defenders and rack up the yardage.
Okay, we'll keep our eye on him as the game progresses, but first, the coin toss. We're set. Elling kicks it, and we are underway. Taylor decides to take it out of the end zone. Brought down at the 20.
Jamar Taylor got out.
Warner zips it to the left sideline, and the catch is made well past the markers for
shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking.
Williams tracks him down and gets the sack way back at the 31.
That's going to push him back, way back. Great defensive play.
They read that play the whole... Stop at the 34.
Think twice before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch. Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Slides down at the 20. Culpepper throws a heater right sideline, and they convert on third down. Slides down at the 12.
Dante.
Culpepper throws a bullet, and it's incomplete. It looks... Bennett will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up fourth down. Elling from 29 yards out, and they take the lead.
And bunch of receivers out there. Defense is expecting that, and they go to nickel.
Barber will get the carry on third down and get small lead, 3-0. Culpepper gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot.
This one perfectly. Great pass, great catch, great play. Let's have another look. Bullseye. What a precise throw.
Bennett picked up about 7, and that will bring up third. Robinson grabs the fastball over the middle, and they convert on third down.
Marcus Robinson.
Precise route.
And he had to beat his man. Couple of the best banging heads there.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Vikings!
This is a good call here, Dan. These short yardage plays are a lot harder than you think, but on this one, they tough it out on the ground.
Holman sacks him back at the 18. Warner rifles it out left side, and it's intercepted. The Vikings stopped at the 18. Robinson makes a tough catch, and he's well short of the markers. That will bring... Elling kicks it from 34 yards, barely misses this one off to the right. Henderson gets the sack at the 21. Manning rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's intercepted. Tackled at the 30.
And that was a beauty of an interception. Perfect read and jump on the ball.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has done his part.
And then some.
Bennett chews up 4 yards, and that will bring... Moss catches this one, and the Giants take their first. Elling kicks from 38 yards out and has it sailed just left of the 29-yard line. Barber takes his 4th carry of the game and searches for a hole. Manning throws this one way down over the middle, and it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete. Chavis puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Okay, Dano, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. As we look at the numbers from the first half and look at the turnover column, the Giants are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Chris Claiborne shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. After driving 22 yards on 6 plays, Aaron Elling would come on and connect on the field goal try. The Vikes, now early in the second quarter, Vikes up by 3. Michael Bennett got the carry here and he comes through. They move ahead by 10. The Giants on D. Chris Hovan going to have a beat on this one. It's a fumble. He's right there to get his hands on it. Giants trailing 10-0. Brian Russell would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. And that's where we'll leave this one. Vikes are up at the half, 10-0. Now, let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Chris Hovan has played like a man possessed. So that does it.
Wiggins catches it in the flat, and that's good. Moss pulls in a lob here and tries to get free. 15. He's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Randy Moss is all by himself, and he'll take advantage of it. Easy catch.
That's his first touchdown of the day.
And I think he's a guy you can count on to make those end zone catches. He sets a high standard for himself, and he usually...
Hilliard bobbles and drops it incomplete. Warner throws a big high lob, and this one is incomplete. Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Nice drive results there. I like their efficiency. They've been putting the points on the board without a lot of wasted effort. Great job so far.
Robinson makes the catch out to the left and is at the 30, eventually tackled at the 25. It will be first down.
Got some nice yards after the catch. Killer effort.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes his way were in
Anticipation of the pass.
Culpepper throws a bullet to the flat, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Real aggressive play. Look at this. Too many misses. Oh, that hurts.
This one is up and in. Their own 25-yard line. Toomer catches the heater left sideline and is well. Warner fires this one over the middle, and it's intercepted. Tackled
play and knowing where to be to intercept the pass. Having help in the zone really.
47-yard line. Bennett is at the 40, eventually runs out at the 32. That will... Moss makes the catch on the right sideline, and that will be good for a... Culpepper zings it to the right side, and the catch is made well past the markers for... Bennett carries this one off to the right and heads wide right. And touchdown!
Vikings!
Dan, check out all the yards he snarfs up here. Yes, snarfs. That's an old football term. Tell you what, though, this is a great play.
That was his second. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the turnover column has the grim news, in my opinion.
Chucky catches the bullet out left and is well past. Claiborne sacks him back at the 26. Manning throws a high, long one to the right, and it's complete at the 44, and he's stopped right. Dragged down at the 40.
Corey Chavis took the football back for a little gain after he picked it off. He was hoping for more, but, you know, he'll take it.
Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing. Moore takes it off the toss and gets past the line. Tackled and the clock. The Giants take their first at 1:45. Barber gets the toss and runs into traffic. Tackled at... Barber gets the call again and gets the first and more. Runs out, and that will stop the clock at 1. Manning zings it to the right side, and it's intercepted. Brought down at the 45. Williams is at the 35, 15, 5, and he's in for the touchdown. It looks like, yeah, we've had it. Chucky grabs the floater right sideline and gets the first. He's out of bounds, and that will stop. Manning fires this one over the middle, and the catch is made for the first.
Substantial pain. His return is questionable. Back to you, guys.
Thanks, Susie. And the Giants take a timeout. That's... Gets the sack, and the clock continues. To nothing. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Vikings stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Randy Moss was definitely a key as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 75-yard touchdown for the Vikings. The Vikings move ahead big and now lead by 17. The ball at their own 46. Marcus Cuckoo Kachu Mr. Robinson ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. That set up a 42-yard field goal. Giants losing by 20. Chris Claiborne was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Vikes have it off an interception. Michael Bennett get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from there. A 16-yard touchdown for the Vikings. Vikes winning 27-0. Corey Chavis shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Ball at their own 37. E.J. Henderson would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. the Vikes. After getting an interception, Vikes out in front by 27. Mo Williams is going to take this one to the outside, and once he gets the corner, it's a foot race. They've opened it up now and lead by 34. Eli Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Vikes serve up a shutout, 34-0. Now let's check in with our player of the game, a guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Randy Moss is standing by with our Susie Colbert. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You really came up big. You just made it look easy tonight. What do you think was the critical factor in getting the W?
Both teams came out ready to play today. Luckily, we were able to come up with some, big key plays down the field, and luckily we came out on top.
Chris, back to you.
Well, that just...
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Texans squeak to a one-point victory. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Dolphins win their fourth game of the year. Darrell Jackson stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Mark Brunell threw 3 strikes to the end zone and helped his Redskins beat the Packers. Giants, Vikings. His Redskins. Randy Moss emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. The Vikings go on to win this by the final score of 34-0. In San Diego, right by Coronado Bay, we had the Chargers lose by a 12-point margin. Over at Lincoln Financial Field, we had the Eagles steamroll to a 27-point blowout. The Cowboys defense held their opponents to under 50 rushing yards in their win at Texas Stadium. 49ers, Bears. In their win, Ahmed Plummer is set up right near the midfield stripe to get this ball and takes it just in his own territory. Jets right. There are a couple defenders there, but he outruns them. Where's the defense? Touchdown, 53 yards. The 49ers win this one by the final score of 13-7. The Bills won at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Jets. Derek Mason stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Lance Schulters will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list, and as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Nick Barnett might be the biggest loss on this list. It's a broken arm, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now the big story of the day. Lance Schulters will be on the sidelines for a while, and that is not good news for his club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Peyton Manning took to the air for over 300 yards and helped his Colts beat the Chiefs. In the mile-high city of Denver, we had the Broncos get sent home with a 14-point loss. And in our final game, we had the Patriots come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And now that most teams have 7, 8, 9 games under their belts, we're starting to get a pretty good sense for which guys are going to be blue chippers come draft day. Alvarado is a guy, for starters, that I think truly has very few negatives in his game right now. 6'1", 235, out of Iowa. And most teams would be hesitant to go after a fullback so early, but this is a guy I really believe could be someone you plug in from the get-go, and he could wind up filling that position for you for a decade or so. Lyons is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career. I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but you can guarantee that the big board is going to see a lot of risers and fallers between now and April.
So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my prime-time players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.